up? And welcome back to another episode of Gritty Knows Best, baby. That's right. You thought we were stopping the intros just because we didn't have an intro for like 12 weeks? You don't know when we're doing what or how we're doing it. Don't be acting like you know what's going to go down, because we don't even know what's going to go down. We may start the show at the last 10 minutes tomorrow. You don't know. We may show up naked in baby oil. Right, Clay? Yeah, he said yeah. For the listening audience, he is, yeah.
No, yeah, I'm just not.
Go get the baby oil. You don't even know. Clay, I told you before we got on the show, I asked you to come prepared with an answer for a certain question that we will get to in just a moment. But I want to discuss something, because I haven't talked about a stupid moment of mine in a while. We haven't discussed any dumb moments. Not that they haven't happened, just that they haven't come up. So I wanted to bring up a special one that happened the other day. Was talking to Dway, and we were talking about Cajun seasoning. And I said, yeah, Cajun seasoning, like from the Cajun Islands. And he was like, what? And I'm like, yeah, Cajun seasoning, Cajun food. It comes from the Cajun Islands. Like Jamaican food is from the Jamaica, from Puerto Rican food so Cajun food is from the Cajun Islands. And he said, bruh, it's called the Cayman Islands.
Now you know you're retarded.
I looked at him and I said, that is not true. Because for my whole life, I was under the assumption that it was called the Cajun Islands and that it was solidified because of Cajun seasoning. Apparently, that is not true whatsoever when I Googled it and I saw the Cayman Islands. So, wow. I was 28 years old when I realized it is the Cayman Islands.
Now you know you're retarded.
Wow. I mean, did I tell you about this before?
You called me when it was happening. And I'm telling you, it sounds stupider when I'm hearing it for the second time.
No, because I don't think we talked about the Cajun Island thing. We were talking about where Cajun people are from. Because I said,
but I just started spouting off. But I think you called me and you told me about, or I was on the phone. Yeah, no, because that was when a bunch of us were on the phone, and you asked me about, you told me about this whole Cajun Island thing. But Cajun people are like riffraff and shit.
Yeah, Cajun people are from America.
Yeah,
they're from Louisiana.
Yeah.
Wow. That's imagine I was trying to book a flight to the Cajun Islands.
And did you have any concept of what Cajun food was? Do you think people in the Cayman Islands were just chowing down on crawdaddies?
Yeah, I was literally thinking Cajun food is crawfish, shrimp, gumbo.
What they eat in the islands.
Yeah, man. Stuff like that. Maybe a beef patty. I was thinking more seafood, stuff like that, spice. Okay, Cajun seasoning. Yeah, Haitian food from Haiti. It made sense to me, but everybody I told about this was in disbelief and in utter silence when I explained it. I was talking to people that they were just like, what? How could you think something like that? And I'm like, because it's gritty, bitch. Because it's gritty. Let's get to the question, the burning question that I was thinking about for months. And then I said, let's do an episode on it. Let's bring Clay on. I asked you, and I will also answer the question, if you could wake up tomorrow in a completely different life, who or what would you be? But you can't be yourself. Completely different life. Who or what would you be? You want to kick it off, or you want me to kick it off?
Oh God, yeah. Okay, so first of all, I've misinterpreted this, and I thought about the whole wrong thing all week.
So I'll go first then.
I definitely thought about what my life would be like if my life was only slightly different.
Oh, I'm thinking no. I literally told you you can't be you.
You did. You told me what you just said, and I completely it went one ear and out the other. And I was like, oh yeah. You know what I would do? I would just do just one thing slightly different in my whole life.
Which would be what? I would Come
I
closer
think
to
I
your
would,
mic.
like, okay, so like if I could, because I can't see well enough to like be an artist, but like if I could, I would just be an artist.
In what format?
I mean, I feel like, probably I would probably be in tattooing, like just from like,
Well, we got the tattoo machine. I
yeah.
don't want to give any spoilers, but there may or may not be an event happening where me and Clay will be in the same room with a tattoo machine and somebody may be getting tattooed, or both of us. I don't know. It could be possible, and it may be very soon. I don't know. So, and you have
Maybe.
tattooed yourself.
Yeah.
You have tattooed yourself. So, I mean, but you would want to be a working artist.
Yeah. Because I think when I was young, I definitely was like really into like drawing and like I wanted to be a working artist. Um, but then I was like, oh, like I'm not that good at it. And then I got older and like I kind of like learned about tattooing and I just learned about like more modern art. I'm like, oh, you don't have to be good at art to be an artist.
No,
like,
you
it's
could just,
fine.
I mean, I don't want to simplify it like this, but tattooing, you don't really need to draw per se. Unless somebody wants to a custom piece drawn by you.
Yeah. And
So-
even then, like I like to draw. Like I was trying to get good at it.
Right. Well, how can we make this dream come true? I want to make this dream. You want some sketchbooks? Like, what we can make this happen.
No, I do this shit sometimes.
I want to make this happen for you. How could the Gritty Knows Best community make this happen? The first GKB, listen, this is what's going to happen for sure.
What? I'm like a Make-A-Wish kid?
No. The first GKB event, festival, where we have people show up and we do live things and whatever, a carnival, there's going to be a tent, and you're going to be tattooing everybody that lines up. We're going to have the Clay
great.
Lee tattoo tent. And we may have flash art, or maybe Clay just goes, sit the fuck down and you get what I give you.
I no flash art. It's just a ballpoint pen. I just start like drawing on people and then like
Abstract.
marking it permanently.
You want a spider? Nope. Well, it's already happening. So relax. We're gonna make it happen. So that's what you would do. That's the answer to the question I totally didn't ask you ever. But I'm glad to know that because we're gonna make it happen. So I'll answer the question and I'll let you come up with your answer while I answer mine.
Okay, you go.
So
next.
I thought about this because I was watching a documentary on this like years ago, and I was like, this looks like the life right here. Like, this looks... at first, I was like, I would want to be a professional wrestler, a trucker, do some meth, go cross country, listen to some Leonard Skinner, fuck a lot lizard. And then I said, no, that's not it. What I would want to be is a sumo wrestler. There is almost no drawbacks, I don't think, besides two that I'll get to. All right, but let's talk about the positives because the positives outweigh the negatives, no pun intended. I think if you are a sumo wrestler, first of all, you get to train all day. And it's the kind of training that I always liked. It's like straight up, you got to do some endurance, you got to do some calisthenics, whatever, you got to get your wind up from what I've seen. But I don't think it's much. So you do your stretches, but it's mostly power stuff, right, Clay? I mean, I'm not off about that. I can't remember exactly, but for most of it, it's like deadlifting and power.
Oh yeah,
weightlifting. And then you do the techniques. You learn, you shove people, you slap people, so you lift people up by the panties and stuff like that. So that's basically the training, right? You get to hang out with all your friends. All your guys are in the crew. Me and Clay, we're all big. And then once we're done with training, we go to the Japanese restaurant and we go eat like crazy. We eat all day. Nobody can say anything. They want you to eat them. It's like, man, you got to eat as much as you can. You have to eat, which I love doing. You got to eat. And then it's also, you're like a big superstar. When you're a good sumo wrestler, you're a superstar. When you walk into the restaurant, boom, chick's ready to bang you. I don't think sumo wrestlers have any shortage of pussy ever. From what I've seen in the doc, it looks like it is a very, it's a very, they're very admired in Japan. So that's it right there. You don't gotta worry about nothing. Forget Tinder. You're a sumo wrestler. You just go. You live your life. You're a big presence wherever you go. And then you have the competition, which I like. I grew up as a wrestler, and I often sit and I think about, damn, like, you know, there's really nothing I could do right now like that. Like, what am I gonna join? Like a league of guys now? Like, nah, it's not really what I'm into. But like, if I were in that position, I would be getting paid for that. That would be my life. So my life would basically be training, eating, and fucking, and fighting. And it's like, what else do you need in life? You got your friends, you got all that. And then I can parlay that into like a podcast or something of, hey, the life of a sumo wrestler. You know what I mean? The two drawbacks is, one of them I just learned about recently, is apparently they be getting abused up in there. In the schools sometimes. I didn't finish the whole documentary, but apparently sometimes the sumo wrestlers get abused. So hopefully I wouldn't be getting beat. You know, maybe if you're really a bad sumo wrestler, you get beat. You know, you gotta be good. You gotta be.
And what kind of are we talking about? Like
you get beat.
Like NCAA abuse or like Catholic Church abuse?
No, you don't get molested. I don't think. I mean, maybe that. I hope not. But
man, you know.
I didn't know they had a reputation of that. I didn't know about that. Yeah, so that's the drawback. I might get molested, and I might get beat with a cane. And also, your heart is probably not the best. Your internal organs are probably not in the best shape. You know, I don't know about the lifespan of a sumo wrestler, but if I'm really doing the life, I'm big. I'm a big man. There's probably, you know, in the car, it's a long life is probably not in the cards. But what's that phrase? A short life lived great is better than a long life lived like a bitch.
It's not a climax.
It's a conundrum.
It's a paradox. Because Japanese people live longer than anybody else in the world because they have such healthy hearts.
Right.
But being a sumo wrestler is so bad for your heart.
Yeah.
But all you're doing is eating Japanese food and working out.
Right. But I don't think, like, honestly, I think being a sumo wrestler would probably be like 6% more weight, like 6% worse for my heart than my lifestyle right now. So it's like, I'll take the 6. I'll take the 6%.
The weight is so bad.
I'm just saying in general, like my lifestyle, my habits, I'm sure my heart is already taking on a lot of stress. So, like, probably being a sumo wrestler wouldn't be that much more stress.
Oh, maybe. And
then I'd also be like having fun and being joyful by being a sumo wrestler. I think it would be a life I would enjoy. I think it has a lot of things that I enjoy or that I have enjoyed in my life that maybe I'm not able to do right now. And I would like that. I think it'll be good. Besides getting abused, dying young, you know, there's good and bad to everything. But that's the life I think I would fit in well the most, or I would want to live the most. I'm already living my life the way I like it now.
Would you be like a traditional sumo wrestler, or would you be like a breakout sumo wrestler, like somebody who's like crossing over, like fucking Yokozuna and coming over to America?
I'd be whoring myself out. I'd be on every show. I'd be at WrestleMania. Like I said, I'd be doing a podcast. Vice would be coming over to my house. Here's how I'm cooking the stew. Here's how I cut the fish up. See my Japanese wife come in. Oh, hello, everybody. Hi. I'll be great. I'd be whoring myself out. No problem. Yeah, you want to do an interview? Yeah, I have T-shirts, all that shit. Fan club. I get the man bun. I already wear the man bun. Just wear it on my head as a Japanese guy. It's more accepted over there. They wear the man bun now. Here, it's not as accepted. In Japan, you can wear the man bun. Nobody's gonna look at you twice.
Are all your Japanese fans really into it?
I don't think we have any Japanese fans. You gotta come closer to your mic. Move up.
Oh, sorry.
There you good.
I was getting too
I don't know.
chill.
We may have Japanese fans. We may not. But if you are listening to us from Japan, hit us up. And if you're a sumo wrestler, let me come and train. And get my ass beat like Johnny Knoxville did on Jackass. So that would be the life I would want. Now, have you thought up anything for yours?
Okay, yeah. So I want the same thing. And I like the way you said it. So training, eating, fighting, fucking. Except I'm not famous, right? So like, I just want to be, honestly, like this. Yeah, like the same thing, but I'm not famous. Like I want to be like a straight island man where I climb up a tree and I
Oh.
grab a mango and
Not
I
as
eat
a
the
sumo
mango.
wrestler though.
Yeah, no. But I'm still like I'm yoked, like I'm Samoan or something like that.
Oh, okay.
And I go on the cliff in the morning and I feel the ocean breeze and I do like Tai Chi moves and I do the dances and I'm ripped.
So we'd be a little opposite.
Yeah, it would be
I'd
a
be
little
fat.
opposite. Like I'm like a ripped Samoan guy. Like I'm like Dwayne the Rock Johnson. Like I'm pretty much the Rock.
But not in every movie.
No, like I'm the Rock if he's not famous and he still like lives in like whatever island he's from is like I'm just like in like the ocean breeze like
Maybe
like,
once in a while when they do a
like-
movie in Hawaii, you're like an extra though, because you look so
Yeah.
cool. They're like, we want you
Yeah.
in this movie.
Yeah, well, no, yeah, and then sometimes like like I work in the tourism industry, like maybe like one season a year, but I'm straight muscle. Like I don't talk to nobody. Like I wear just sunglasses, but it's mostly me on the mountaintop doing kung fu and shit.
All day.
Yeah, at all times.
Would
Like,
you
like
would you be
ignore
like a
my
bouncer as
family.
well, or you won't even want to do that? I feel like you'd be
No,
a
I
good
don't even
bouncer.
need that much money. Like I live in like a shack, like on an island.
Wow.
Yeah.
With electricity though,
Um.
you're straight thugging it.
Yeah.
Wow. No,
Man. I want to
no.
go up I want to get my lunch out of the tree. You know.
You're gonna need money to live in Hawaii because it's expensive to live there. Like it's like
no. I'm in
triple.
one of those other islands. I'm in like Tonga or something like that.
Oh, you're not like on like the where what's his name? Where Dog the Bounty Hunter's at chasing people down.
No. It's dirty over there now. No.
Okay.
You see what's going on over there? No.
No, I don't. What is going on over there?
No, I'm like.
What is going
I'm
on in
in-
Hawaii?
Have you seen Dog the Bounty Hunter?
Oh yeah, well that's like I'm talking about. I thought you said it got worse from there. I know. Yeah, it's full of meth.
No. Yeah, no. But I'm saying no. I'm in like kind of. I'm pretty much like in that island from Moana.
Okay.
Like that's the island.
Okay.
And at the end of the movie.
Okay, I've never seen it. So anybody that has seen it, you know what he's talking about.
Yeah.
It's very rural. It's rural, right?
Rural. Yeah.
Rural.
Yeah. So I'm pretty much the guy from Moana. Remember the other big Jack guy
No.
who? Well, I mean, I don't like the way that he looked. They look funny, but they look like weird clay people. But like I would be.
Well, yeah,
I would
you're not
mostly
gonna be. No, you're not gonna be drawn. You're not gonna be animated. We know that.
Yeah. I'm like the Rock, and I live in the Pacific Islands, and I just do kung fu all day.
Nice.
Yeah.
And is there any way you can see yourself making money? Any way you're gonna fish and sell the fish? I feel like that would be your
I
thing.
mean, I'm like largely self-sufficient, but like I said, like every once in a while, I am like real like Samoan muscle,
right.
sunglasses, no talking,
Okay.
like a tuxedo with the sleeves ripped off.
Tacky as hell. Tacky as hell. Wow. So that would be your dream alternate life.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, there you go. Wow. On the spot. You came up with that.
Yeah.
On the spot. You would live a lot longer than me. I'll tell you that. You'd be eating fresh stuff from the backyard, jacked
Yeah.
up. I'd be getting beat, and I'd just be eating.
No, yeah. I'm
Getting
just
flown
doing
out. And like getting flown out as a sumo wrestler must be a bitch. Like flying around. I wouldn't
You
probably
gotta buy
want to
so many
leave.
extra tickets.
I
You gotta
probably
buy, like, at
wouldn't
least
want
2
to.
tickets.
Yeah, I
every
wouldn't want to
time.
leave Japan that much. Really, like everything would be coming to me.
I think most of the sumos there though.
A lot. Sumo's getting big in America, I think, because like that documentary I watched like years ago, like there was a lot of Americans getting into sumo.
You know, I was actually taught sumo like in school, like at like 7.
Why?
It wasn't main school. It was like, you know, like the public school summer camp.
Yeah.
But they like had like wrestling, but like I guess like it was like we were too young for them to explain to us like regular folk wrestling.
Yeah.
So I did sumo wrestling at like 7 years old.
Wow. That sounds lit.
Yeah, it actually was really cool.
Run up and slap him. Get out of here.
Yeah,
Flip
it's
him over.
better for kids. It's easier for kids to understand than all the you know the shooting and
Yeah. Let me ask you this question to get off this topic.
Yeah.
How would you? What do you think it would be like if we switched lives for a week? If you woke up in my body and I woke up in your body, what do you think would that would be like?
Um, I work for the government, so I don't think you would get me fired, but like they'd be really wondering what the fuck is going on. That's the first
Well, I mean,
thing.
what do you think about you being in my life, for a week? How do you think that would be for you?
Oh, I don't know. Like maybe the YouTube schedule would be off, but like, yeah, I'd be chilling. I'd be bopping around Utica. I'd be seeing what's going on. Like I'd do all right.
You think it'd be?
I think I can handle it. Like I
I'm
don't know
not
that
saying
I'm
if you can
cocky.
handle. I mean, do you think it'd be fun? Do you think it'd be whack?
Oh,
I know you can handle it.
yeah. Like what I do.
The
think,
podcast would probably be interesting.
Okay, now is it where I don't know what's going on, or like I kind of really understand what's happening?
No,
'Cause if
like
I really
let's
understand
say
what's
we
happening-
consciously do it. Like we're like, okay, we have like a spell, and we could do like we're gonna switch bodies for a week. We're consciously gonna do it. Pause.
Oh, I'd probably talk to a lot of people.
You would talk to people?
Yeah, because there would be no social consequence to like anything I said as you.
And what would you do?
I would
Get me
just
in
try
trouble.
out anything. Like I would just try just straight like insulting people. Like I just like see like what reaction I get. I'd just like hit on people. I just like compliment people. Like I would just like try to see like what reaction can I get out of people. Like what happens. Like I would say anything I would never normally say. Like anything you wouldn't say, I would just do it.
Just as an experiment. I mean, you would
Yeah.
still feel the physical effects if you got your ass beat that day, though.
Yeah. But at the end of the day, like I'm not this person, and they also probably don't know you.
Well, you
so
also
it's no
don't want to
big
get
deal.
killed in my body because you would die.
That's true.
You would
but
then
I'm
die.
also-
And then where am I going to go? I got to be stuck as you. Not that that's bad, but.
All right, but listen, at that point, I can just start carrying some gats. And then, like,
Oh,
if anything were to go down,
Oh
like,
my
legally,
God.
you would say that I hijacked your body. And I would be like, yeah, but I also wasn't there. They weren't in my possession. And then it's like a new legal precedent where they can't get either of us.
I don't think that works that way. I don't think you could use voodoo or a magic spell as a way out of a crime.
You can if it's real.
I don't think
If we can prove it.
I think they
What
would
if we
think-
just started in the courtroom, like, going back and forth?
I think they would be like, we're gonna send him to the funny farm for a while and see how that goes. They're gonna medicate. They're gonna put us on lithium and give us. We'd be coloring pictures for a long time because they think we were insane. Me and you would be coloring pictures and playing with Play-Doh in the
Yeah,
funny
but
house.
if we still had this power, at least you could get in and out. We could swap. I could do a couple days in the pen. You could do a couple days in the pen.
We'd both be in the pen.
No, this scenario sucks. No, only one of us gets arrested, and then we can.
It will be me because
That's-
you just killed somebody in my body.
Yeah. Okay. So I killed somebody in your body, right?
This is horrible.
And-
I did not think of doing any of this as you.
Oh, sorry. What were you gonna do as me?
I did not think about getting you arrested at all. I was just like, let me see what it's like to be Clay. I thought it would be fun to be you because
I
I'd
would
be
have
like,
treated it like Grand Theft Auto.
no, that's horrendous. You're gonna get me in. You're gonna ruin my life. That's horrible. I was gonna just go on about my day as you, but just see what it would be like to be you, like with your brain, because I would be like, okay,
Oh,
let
wait,
me.
do I have your brain?
Well, I mean, I'd have like, I feel like I would have like your temperament and stuff like that, probably. You know,
Oh, okay.
you know what I mean? Maybe that doesn't make sense, but
Yeah, no, this
when
doesn't
I
make
thought
sense at all
about
now.
being you, I said it would be interesting to be Clay because I would know what it's like to be responsible. I would know what that's like what it's like to be a responsible person, what it's like to be like somebody who wants to go to school, somebody who succeeds in school. I guess a better question would be like, what do you think of like being each other? But like,
Oh, I think if you were me, like it would like change your opinion of like who I am.
you think so?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, in general, that's how you're viewed. I mean, and but it's
Not
you're
that you would
viewed
think that
you're
I'm
viewed that
irresponsible.
way because of the results. Like you go to school, you succeed in school, you are responsible, and also I would be like, let me see what it's like to like enjoy drinking and doing drugs because I don't enjoy it. So I'd be like, let me
Oh.
see what it feels like to actually like doing that. Like it'd be interesting
Oh.
to see what it would be like to do that. So maybe I framed the question wrong. I guess I was like, what it would be like to be each other.
Yeah, that's almost like a third person kind of a
Yeah.
thing.
Like you can control it, but like you're that person.
so what would it be like
My man
if
said,
I
"You
had
know what
that
I would
for
do if
you?
I was you? I'd commit a mass murder and then leave your body."
No. I
Bitch.
said I would walk around disrespecting people,
And then you're like,
if
"Yeah,
I
shoot guys."
yeah, maybe a
Insane.
little bit.
So I think it'd be fun to be you for a week just to see what it's like to basically be normal. Because honestly, I feel like I'm an alien most times. Like I don't like doing what most people like to do. I'm just like on my own, on my own wavelength. I'm like, what would it be like to be generally, like, other than like driving? Because you can't drive, which I would like to do. I'd be like, what would it be like to be a normal functioning human being for a week?
Yeah, because like under these circumstances, like what would I be like as you? Like I'd be like, I don't know, like really neurotic, like being like in my apartment a lot, like I don't know, I'd like eat weird. I'd have like weird eating habits. I don't know. Yeah, I guess yeah, it'd be like kind of odd.
Yeah. I think it'd be fun though for me. I don't think you'd have fun.
I would freak out in your body. Like I wouldn't be able to handle it.
You
I'd
don't
like
think so?
want out.
Would you?
Yeah,
You don't think you can survive a week?
I'd probably call it early. I'd be like,
What would be the
dude,
worst part you think of being me?
whatever mental turmoil like you're in deep down, like I don't know if I can handle that.
You know that I'm in mental. Did I tell you that, or you can observe that?
I feel like I feel it.
You observe that I am in mental turmoil. What gives you that impression?
On some level,
Yeah.
but like not like not like the kind of like
You don't need
weird
to hold
one.
back.
It's a robotic turmoil.
Meaning what?
Um like like uh like it's hardcore. You're really hardcore on the inside, like mentally. And it's just like a cyclone of like negative like spiraling thoughts and just like insecurities and just like, well, what if I do it this way, and like plans, like so many plans.
Oh, yo, bro, you don't even know the plans. The plans are insane. There's so many
yeah
plans.
it's like it's like problems and plans like crashing into each other.
Yes,
and then
yes.
like other weird like side neuroses. Like no, I can't do it. Like I've won out.
How do you observe that? Or you like from me telling you that that's how I am, or you just know that?
No, like I just know you. Like I just see like what I observe. I'm like, oh god.
Can you tell me
it-
like any examples of how that has come to surface? Like anything you've know, like how that has come to surface without me knowing about it?
trying to think of like
Because I'll give you one later. Pause. I have something to talk about later.
like
But I'm just interested to see because I know I say things like that. Like I know I tell people like what internally I feel. But you're saying you could just observe. I don't even need to like. I just give it away, which is interesting.
I've like just like from years of knowing you, like I know that like your mind operates on like a different level sometimes.
wait, come closer to the mic. Okay.
Okay.
I like where this is going.
Okay.
Because we have known each other for how long now? You were 13? No.
Yeah,
You
so
were 15.
No, I was 13.
No, you had to be.
I was 13. You might have been 15.
You're 2 years younger than me?
I'm like one, maybe one
Okay.
and a half.
Anyway, so we knew each other for a long time.
All right. So, first of all, like I think at some point, like you've definitely had like some serious like delusions of grandeur that like other people didn't know you were having. Like people just thought you were like kind of cheeky. And like it turned out years later, like you were so real about it.
In what way?
Okay, so like playing the garden, right? Like
Well,
at all
that
times.
can still happen.
It can still happen. It can still happen. I'm not gonna fucking hold you, bro. Chill. But
You're
like,
saying me say I could perform in Madison Square Garden.
yeah, and like literally, like nobody around you is like everybody's like, yeah, fucking play in the garden. But like, I think like you take that like so much more seriously than the average person.
Right.
And then like you're always doing like weird shit. You're always like there was like you were like it was like 2 years no sugar.
I wish I could do
Hell.
that again, though. You know,
I know,
what
right?
happened?
You do like weird shit with food, like and like you have like very like particular tastes. You like certain things. You like certain things to like be in order. Like whatever like that seems like when I'm like that looks like pain to me. Like I'm like, oh god, like
well, but the way I approach things.
yeah. Because like man, like I can give like I'm really like so like liberal about most things. Like I really don't care.
Oh no, I'm not liberal like that at all.
No, yeah, like there's so much thinking. There's so much like I can't even stand how much thinking like I do.
Yeah,
Like I just like mentally exhaust myself sometimes. So, like if I had to be you, I'd be like, yo, it's so
this is what I was talking about on the show, and
exhausting.
last week or like a week ago, 2 weeks ago, and I don't think I expressed it because I think I glossed over this what I was gonna say when I was talking about I'm addicted to negative thinking, and I don't think I said this exact phrase, but what I meant was I'm addicted to negative thinking because I literally do not feel comfortable if I'm comfortable, if that makes sense. Like I try to have moments, I swear, like I'll try to have, other than meditating, which I just did before the show. Other than meditating, I try to have moments where I'm like, just like enjoy your life today. Like just be here, go do this, like just basically observe your life and enjoy it. But I don't feel comfortable like that. That's like an addiction to thinking. I'm really addicted to thinking. In some ways I have to be, because look at what we were just talking about. We were just talking about the schedule for the show for 2 months.
Oh,
like that
God,
stuff.
I can't even handle shit like that.
Like that stuff I have to think about though. Like y'all don't even know, the listener, like that is something that I cannot get around, is scheduling the show and what we have to do. We just started doubling up on episodes. Plus we got 6 hour special coming up. Plus we got a couple things that coming up I can't talk about. Like I can't not think about that. That's something I have to put forethought into. But what I will say is I don't need to carry that on into everything else. I shouldn't think about everything else that way. But that's how I operate, like all the time. And don't think I'm not.
You know what? I'm getting this smile on my face right now because you know what it is, right?
What?
It's your big ego.
I have a big ego. That must be true. It must be true. I don't know, but I don't like it. But like I think there was like a point where there's a long time where I wasn't aware of it, and then once I started like meditating and like getting into that, I started becoming aware of like how insane it is to be like that, and like how much it hurts probably like my heart and my insides, like to be that stressed, and like most of the stuff I stress about doesn't need to be stressed about. So I don't like it, and I'm actively trying not to do it, but it feels odd, and I always feel like something very bad is gonna happen when I probably can't go an hour without thinking that way. Like I will literally try to like take an hour or two, and I'll try and dedicate a day to just relaxing and just being normal in my brain, and it will just come back tenfold. But I'm trying. I'm trying. It's nuts.
You're nuts.
What am I supposed to do? So yeah, I would like being you though. You would not like being me.
Yeah, but I'm also like, you know, neurotic, just like in a different way.
In what way? If you want to expose yourself.
I don't know. I think I'm like irritable and like unhappy a lot.
Right.
And like
See, but you express it and I don't express it.
Yeah.
I think I express myself more than you express yourself.
Yeah, and you know, it's true. I think I get a little tired of being me, but no, I think you would like being me. Yeah, like being me would be a break from being you.
Yeah, like honestly, I wonder that's why I say I feel like an alien. Like I wonder what it's like to be somebody else sometimes. Because I'm like, what does it feel like? What does it like literally feel like mentally to be somebody else that doesn't behave this way? But I do love myself, and it's like, you know, I wouldn't want to be anybody else, honestly. I really do love my life. It's just I just don't like what goes on, the mental tornado. Like if I can get that down, everything's great. I have no issues externally, really.
Yeah.
Which is great. At least I could say that.
Yeah.
We just gotta get this right. So I did want to. I'll bring this up because we're already talking about this now. You want to talk about a spiral of negative? Are you good?
No, I'm sorry. I was just like playing with my glasses.
I'm like, what is going on? I'm there like freaking out. I was gonna bring this up because you came to mind a couple weeks ago. Something you had said to me like mad long ago, and this is a theme that comes up in my life, and this is why it got this way. So I was talking to one of my friends, and I was like asking all these questions, and eventually she was like, "Yo, what the fuck is up with all these questions you're asking me?" Like, and then she just went on this tirade of like she told me every detail of the story to make sure I did not ask another question. She was like, "What the fuck is all those questions? A, B, C, D, E, F, G." Like, there you go. Like, that's it. And I was like, oh shit.
Wait, so she was telling you a story and then you were just interjecting with lots of questions?
I think, no, it was like, she wasn't telling me a full story, but it was like, oh, X happened. And I was like, oh, so what happened? But then what happened with this? And she'd be like, well, then I did this. And then I'm like, well, what happened with that? And then I just kept going, like, what happened with this?
You're just making conversation.
And I was like, what happened with it? Well, we'll get to that. Cause I was like, well, what happened with this? What happened with that? What happened with? And eventually she was like, yo, like, you normally ask questions, but what the fuck is up with you today? Like, you're asking mad questions. And then she just went on the thing. So this was not the first time I've heard that, though. There was a time where you did that to me. Like, you did the exact same thing to me, and it came up on my memory when she did. Because I'm like, yo, Clay literally did that to me. I don't know when. But I was like, I don't know what I was doing. I must have been asking that. You were like, yo, what the fuck is up with all these questions? And I was like, oh, shit. And then I thought about a time that happened to me at work. Like,
I can't remember if that was like really recently or like years ago, because it could have been either.
I don't know when it was either, but it popped up in my mind that you did it, and then it popped up in my mind again that one of my partners at work did it. I was like just talking to him. He's like, "Yo, what the fuck?" And then every time he saw me, he was like, every time he saw me, here it comes with the questions. Always got a question. This motherfucker always got a question.
I do remember snapping on you about that.
So I'm like, after she did it, I'm like, yo, this is the third time in my life that somebody has snapped at me for asking questions. For at least 2 days, I did not ask anybody a fucking question. I was like doing mental gymnastics to figure out, like, what am I doing? Like, am I annoying everybody? I tried to find any way to, like, any information I needed for those 2 or 3 days. I maneuvered language around to just get the answer without putting the question mark at the end of my sentence. Because I'm like, yo, what is wrong with me? Like, people must be really out. Like, if these people are snapping at me, I must be doing it way more, and people just aren't. Like, this must be building up in people. I was like, what is going on? So I did feel bad for like a week.
Here's what I think, right? I think it's that, you're a conversationalist in the sense that you'll if somebody says something, you'll draw more out of them, right? But the goal is to if you're interviewing somebody, you want to speak for 1 minute and they speak for 5 minutes. You're completely fine with asking a question and then somebody giving you a 1-word answer and you're like, all right, great. Next question. And then, all right, great. Next question. Like somebody gives you a 1-word answer, they're not interested in a follow-up question.
Right. But
so I think that's what it is. It's you ask a question, I'm like, all right, yeah. And you ask me another question, I'm like, yeah, that too. You ask me a third question, I'm like, all right, shut the fuck up.
You see what I mean? For the whole week though, I was like, what am I doing with my I must be annoying everybody. It was a wild week after that. But I think I came to the conclusion about what I mean, first of all, I'm just generally interested in things. And I will get stuck on the smallest thing. The littlest thing. I would generally want to know what that's about.
I think that's also the problem. Is you'll ask about something that's not the point of the story.
No, but I'll be like, yo, let me hear more about that. What's up with that right there? I want to know. You did what? This little side issue I'm fascinated with. And I forgot the other point that I thought. I think mostly it's just me being generally interested in people and things like that. And I just don't know what I'm doing. So I guess I apologize to everybody that I am annoying, and I will do better. I guess I'll try. I've been trying to.
We forgive you on behalf of the community. We forgive you.
No, because it's just gonna keep going. Somebody's gonna yell at me a year from now, so I have to correct it. It must be corrected. I'm working on correcting it. It will be corrected. I wanted to ask you about yoga because we never really talk about it, but I know you've been doing it for years. When did you start doing yoga?
You said you want to start doing yoga?
No, that I do want to start doing yoga.
When did I?
When did you start doing yoga?
I started doing yoga probably as a kid. My mom would have yoga and Pilates tapes in the house.
Oh yeah.
And like I would just like, and that was like, during like the home workout, like, that's when that was.
I was
big,
watching those for a different reason.
So no, because I used to do the Billy Blanks tapes too. Like
I was watching.
Like I did all those. So like, my mom would get him at like, the secondhand store and shit like that. And he'd get like, so I would do like Pilates and yoga. And then like when I got older, I would go like with my mom, like, I'd go and do yoga. And then when I got into college, yoga was every day for free.
That's when I remember you doing it the most.
Yeah. That's when I really got into it, was in college. I did yoga pretty much every day for free. And then I got out of college and I just kind of continued to do it like probably like 5 days a week for a little while. I haven't been doing it a lot lately. Now I just do it like if I'm going to work out, like I'll just do like maybe like a 5 or a 10-minute yoga routine real quick. But no, yeah, for like years, I did yoga all the time. I've definitely really thought about becoming a yoga instructor, like getting certified.
Right.
My only thing is, and it sounds stupid to say it now because I'm like doing like a podcast, but like I'm not super into like the idea of like me having like a calming like yoga teacher voice.
You have it.
I guess I don't. It doesn't feel that way, but like I guess I never envisioned myself as actually being a yoga teacher, even though like I like the idea of getting certified. So I've always played with that idea. But hell yeah, yoga is good for you. Yoga makes your lymphatic system run properly. Yoga makes you jacked. So I never had a 6-pack in my life until I started doing hot yoga. I did nothing different. Like I just went to hot yoga like 3 to 5 times a week, and I was just like ripped, like for no reason. Like I didn't change my diet. I didn't start working out. I just did yoga like 3 to 5 times a week.
Right.
And yeah, hot yoga is tough. Hot yoga is sick too.
I know people be passing out.
Well, no, because there's hot yoga, like I think there's Bikram yoga where it's like 100 degrees, and you don't move around that much. I did a different type of hot yoga. I did heated flow yoga, which is like 90 degrees, but it's more push-ups and shit.
Oh, that sounds so much fun.
Yeah, but but what it does is it's like working out in the shower. Like you can stretch so much farther. Like and also it doesn't affect you like you think it would affect you. You'd think like your mouth would be mad dry, like it's being like in the desert in the sauna, but it's not. It's nice. Like it's just like being in a hot gym.
You're looser.
Yeah. You're just looser, and like it does suck. Like you're sweating like a pig, but you adjust, and then it just becomes cool.
Right. Did
so
you
what's
notice
your obsession with yoga? Are you starting?
Well, no. Well, I'll ask this first. Did you notice any mental and spiritual benefits besides the physical?
Mental and spiritual besides the physical, I do feel like I was like more like centered and calm, but at the same time, like if like I had a class like get rescheduled or something like that, like I've definitely like physically banged on the door of the yoga studio, like let me the fuck in, like
and
I need this.
And I'm the crazy one.
No, yeah, I get
banging on doors like it's Black fucking Friday.
Hey,
wow,
you're supposed to be centering me right now.
Right. So you said it did have a positive effect on your mental state.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
But like physically, like it's the tops. Like
that was the best for you, the physical.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I think it's so great for you. Like, I like to, I think you got to do it in combo, maybe with like a little bit of strength training too. Like if you want to be like kind of yoked, but like just doing yoga, like I was, like I looked like a swimmer. Like it was, like great exercise.
Right. Yeah, I was thinking about getting into it. There's a chick online named Yoga with Yoga with Adriene, something like that.
Yeah.
She does free yoga. And it was something I was thinking about doing in the morning, thinking about getting a yoga mat. Maybe I'll start it on our break, which will be in after, I think May 19th is our last episode for the season. So heads up right there. So I may start yoga around that time. Something I thought about because I want to get the morning routine back right. I don't know. The meditation practice is like everywhere. Sometimes it's at 4 a.m. And then today I did it right before the show. But that's one of the I mean, meditation's like A plus for me. The best thing I've ever, maybe the best thing I've ever done for myself ever.
Well, that's the thing, right? And I guess I kind of didn't phrase that properly, but I have a lot of trouble meditating.
Right.
So like I do yoga as meditation also.
Okay. Well, yeah, it could. That's why I was asking the question, because I know that it can basically be a substitute or it's parallel to that. So a lot of people have when you hear people talk about like having spiritual awakenings, it's in that realm where people also have them, meditating and then yoga. Like I think the two biggest ways people have spiritual awakenings. Not saying that I've had one, but hearing about other people, I do not think I've had a spiritual awakening. But I definitely think meditation has brought stuff up that like subconscious things up for sure. Like it definitely, like there's meditation sessions where I'm like, I feel amazing right now. And then there's ones that I can't pay attention at all, which was like last night. It was like, I couldn't even pay attention. I couldn't stay in the moment, I should say. And then there's ones where I was like, something subconscious definitely came up because I feel it. I remember like there was one right before I moved, I meditated for an hour for the first time. Like my first time doing it. I'd been meditating for years and that was my goal, to do an hour. I did it with the mala beads. Bro, when I got done, I felt amazing. And then all of a sudden, it felt like I was staring at a train coming at me for hours. It was one of the worst anxiety attacks I ever had in my life, for hours. And
That
I was
sucks.
like, this is probably a purge, you know? I mean, if you want to get spiritual, like why else would that be? Why else would I have?
That happens to me. Like if I take a long period, and this is kind of like why I've been shying away from like really getting deep into the yoga. It's because if I take a long period of time off, when I first go back into yoga, like it makes me like emotionally like angry. Like when I'm like working out, like all the tension and like tightness and shit in my body, like I want to scream. Like it's so crazy, like how like physically and emotionally intertwined you can be.
Yeah, it definitely, when you're like a fish in water doing it, you don't really notice the benefits. But I've been on and off. I was very consistent for years on meditating, and then I've been on and off lately. So I'm back on to like 15 minutes, and every time I come back to it, I'm like, I should never stop doing this. But I do stop doing it when I notice like that kind of stuff coming up. Like if I notice, once I had that panic attack, I think I maybe did one more meditation. I said, I got to take a break because like I think I'm hitting something that I shouldn't be touching too much. You know what I mean? Like you don't want to play with that. Because if you go deep into meditation, they tell you about stuff like that, like people going crazy and, you know, opening doors in their subconscious you might not be wanting to open. Like there's stories of people going to retreats, like hardcore retreats, and I guess they're not ready for them, and they come back and kill themselves. So it's like, yeah, and it's like, I don't know if I believe it 100%, but having that experience, I was like, okay, if anything makes me believe meditation digs into your subconscious and you know, purges things and makes you see things, not see things like hallucinations, that made me believe it. And then when I was learning about meditation, they say it comes up in your daily life. Like not every time it's going to be like that, but you may start barking on people. You may start feeling a certain way, and that's because your meditation practice is bringing those things to light. But again, if you've never meditated before, man, it's not saying you, the audience, start slow, but it's maybe the best thing I've ever done for myself. It is, I can attribute it to like so much growth. That and reading, the best. So make sure that you like, make sure that you subscribe. If you don't know, we're on Apple, we're on Spotify, we're on all that. You have anything you want to say, Clay?
Absolutely not.
All right. Peace and love. See you next time.